Hi, my name is Robert, and today I'll be showing here how you can create a drill down in SQL Server reporting services. So let's create here our new project. We're going to be using the report server project wizard. Let's call this report here drill down. You can click OK. I'll be following here the wizard. So next, let's edit here so we can choose the server name and the database name. So we're using the Northwind SQL English. We can test the connection. The connection is okay. Okay, next, let's go into the query builder now. We will enter the query designer, and the tables we're going to be adding here are the categories and also products. So we can close this, and we just want the category name and the product name. We don't need more than that, just for this simple example. And here you can choose now to group it, but you can do it later. But to make our life easier, we're going to group now by category name, and the detail is going to be the product name. So I can move next. You could now obviously choose your table styles, etc. But in this particular case, it doesn't really matter. So we can simply finish this. We already have here our sort of a simple table. So let's expand this a little bit. And we already have our fields here. So like I said, I want to categorize this by the category name, and I want to use the category to work as a drill down. So let's just debug this quickly so you can have an idea how it looks like at the moment, so that you have an idea how it will look like afterwards. So as you can see, right now we have here beverages, and then we have a list of all the products. But then obviously you have sort of a slight problem because everything sort of is running, and maybe you don't want to see everything sort of in one go. So let's close this. And first thing, let's just check the name of this field, because that's the field we're going to be using as the drill down. I mean, if you point to it, as you can see, it shows the name. The name is category name, and the type is a text box. But you can also go to properties, and then you will see the name here, category name. Let's just add the prefix txt, because by doing so, we identify that this is a text box object. Now, the next thing you got to do is to select the line of your details, and then you go to properties, and under visibility we're gonna put here as being hidden as being true, because as soon as you run the report, all the details are going to be hidden, and then the toggle item is going to be the text category name. So with that done, we can now run our report here, and what we should have now, as you can see, are the drill downs. So you can simply expand as you like. Now another thing you could do here, it's something like this. Let's change for example our data here. So in this particular case, let's suppose we don't want the category name anymore, so we can exclude this. We just want the product name itself. So let's go back to layout. And then here, what I'm going to do, I'm going to change here the properties and the field value. Obviously, we don't have the category name anymore because we got rid of that. So we're going to put the product name. Now, if you run here the preview, oops, that was a slight problem here. Let's go here to properties. I think I know where it is, because previously we had chosen here the visibility as the text category name. So we're just going to get rid of this false, and we don't want any toggle item here. So this time we should, okay, we still have stuff here we need to sort of get rid of. Let's see if there are, yes, there are more. But it's a good exercise, because obviously if you're sort of amending later on, you might find yourself in the same sort of situation. So let's add here the field's product name, and then the sorting is going to be by the field's product name as well. So hopefully now it should fix the problem. Yes, now it's fixed the problem, but as you can see, now we have every single product. And the idea here now is that we're going to use this grouping to show by each letter of the product. So in this particular case, I'm going to go back and select just this field, go back here to properties, and then under value, I'm going to go to expression, and here using the function left, I will just remove the first letter, and then we can use the uppercase function to make this letter in uppercase. So let's copy this, so we can copy this and click OK, and now we go to the grouping itself. We're going to edit by right clicking, of course. We're going to edit this, and here we're going to simply paste the formula we had copied. So just add the equal sign here, and then the sorting is going to be the same stuff. So I just paste, the formula I had copied. So OK, and now we can preview this. Now, as you can see, everything is grouped by the letter of the alphabet, but obviously that's not exactly how we want it. We want to create a drill down for this, and finally we just select the line of the details, and then we go to properties, and in the same way we did previously, we go to visibility and we choose true, and the toggle item is going to be the text category name, which is this one, which is now actually the product name. If you want, you can actually change this just to make sure. So let's change this text, instead of being category, let's call it prod name. And obviously we have to go back and change here the properties to make sure that the visibility for the toggle item is showing, instead of category, but the product. Okay, so we can debug this, and hopefully everything should be alright. Let's expand this, and as you can see, we now have all the letters of the alphabet, and then you can just choose, say, letter C, and then you can expand that, letter B, letter A, etc. So as you see, it's actually very straightforward. So I hope you have enjoyed it. Until next time, my name is Robert.